then. Ooh, there we go. Swing the microphone over. Good evening, folks. Welcome back to stream. Welcome back to stream. We're doing a little bit of Cold Waters this evening. I know. Right Hand for Wankers daily, or well, weekly, bi-weekly dose of LA. Oh dear, LA Noire isn't happening. Apologies. I'm quite tired this evening, and I feel like now that we're getting into sort of the later stages of LA Noire, you need to be quite switched on for the cases. Last time I played LA Noire and I was really sleepy, I was just all over the place. So I thought I'd put it on a bit of a back burner, at least for tonight, and then play it when I get back after I've been to Jane's. So that'll be sort of Thursday, I reckon, or Thursday, Friday, depending on. Boo, unsub. So yeah, we're doing Cold Waters tonight. It's been a little while since we've done this. I know a lot of people like it. Hello, Jane. How you doing? JK Lel. That's the one. No witch hunt yet. So yeah, we're going to be jumping back into the ocean, and we're going to be no you, sweetheart. I'm of course talking to Wanker there. Yeah. So let's jump into the old campaign here and see what's what in the world. I can't remember whether we already had a campaign running. I think we did. And I think I got sunk. And I think I kept going, but I can't remember. Bobo, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub for 2 months, sir. Salute to you, sir. Cube salute. Fear Holiday, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Got all the subs at once. Subscribe for 25 months. Ah, yeah. That's the one. Starting the 3rd year. I know, yeah, fucking hell. You old fart. Jesus Christ. Fantastic. And the Bear of Stalin as well. Thank you for 25 months also. The sea gods demand a sacrifice of merchant shipping or whales. a wrathful and vengeful god, or whatever the fucking police detective guy, whatever the sergeant says from the LA Noire streams, or whatever his name is. Okay, so let me wiggle my way onto Cold Waters here again. Hopefully we're all having a good evening so far. Yeah, I just fancy doing something just chilled out, nice and quiet, not too fast-paced. Cold Waters is actually quite a slow game, if you can believe that. There we go. Let's kill the music there, and then we'll just wait for the game capture window to load up. Wera, thank you very much for 14 months. That's very, very kind of you. Twitch Prime, awesome. Yeah, thank you very much, mate. How are you doing? We had a 9-month anniversary for Sub Today Q. Does this mean we have kitten cubs? Meow. Cube Monka. It's quite stressful, though. It is quite stressful. It's slow-paced, but it's stressful. I'm just going to operate on the assumption that I don't have a campaign running, and we're going to run with a fresh one. So, as ever, we've got a choice between 1984 and 2000. I really don't play the 1980. The 1968 campaign is just a little bit too. It's a little bit too difficult, I would say. This one. South China Sea isn't too bad. Since you broke my promise, play China. Since you broke my promise. Is that my promise? Did I promise? I think I promised, didn't I? Get in there and sink some commies, boy. Potentially. Go on, then. We could do... No, not the 1968. Stay away. 68 or bust. It's bust. Right. Save my country. Let's do it. 2000 with a skip check, yeah. Do you know what? We could go into the South China Sea. Yeah, go on then. Let's do our South China Sea missions. So, it's the year 2000. A major economic crisis sees the Chinese leadership make a military push to secure Hong Kong, Taiwan, and the vast oil fields in the Spratly Islands. A cash-strapped Russia, meanwhile, supplies the People Republic of China with military aid. Very capable submarines and weapons, but hazardous missions in the shallows. So it's dangerous. Very dangerous, in fact. Right, so we're going to rock and roll with this one, Commander Quebec. Thank you very much for the bits there, Madness. Very kind. So this is LA Noire. It certainly is. Fantastic. So let's rock and roll. So we've got a few choices of submarines here. Well, really only a few choices. We've got a choice of either the Seawolf class nuclear attack submarine, the what is this? Is this called a 688? I can't remember. But a Los Angeles Fleet 3, Fleet 2, and Fleet 1. And then the Sturgeon, which at this point is very outdated. Made in 1967, running nearly 33 years after it was made. Wizardly Face, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Okay. Skipjack alright? Sadly there's no Skipjack on this one. I think you needs to play. We need to go deeper sometime. Some less realistic and single-player U-boat action, potentially. Narwhal? Nope, it's not on this campaign. We've only got these 3 ships. It's, yep, these are the only ones we've got. Could take out the Los Angeles Fleet 3. It's a very shallow test depth on this one. It's quite dangerous. Yeah. Lemberg, it's been a while. Special hello from Belgium, Q. Thank you very much, Lemberg, and hello to you too. What's a skipjack? It's a type of submarines. Submarine, even. Sturgeon or Seawolf? A couple of people for the Seawolf. What do we reckon? Some people want to go for the Seawolf. Can do. Seawolf IMO? We can go for the Seawolf. We can take out the most modern submarine in the American arsenal at this point. We could go for this. No Akulas? Sadly not. Lots of people want to see the Seawolf. Okay, we'll run out in the Seawolf then. So the Seawolf was designed to be a superlative hunter-killer submarine that could penetrate the heavily guarded Soviet boomer bastions. Heavily guarded Soviet boomer bastions. Jesus Christ, say that 10 times really quick. Where are my glasses? I feel that would only marginally enhance the situation. Get a dinghy, that's right. Okay, so the heavily guarded Soviet boomer bastions, and not only survive there, but also thrive there. The Seawolf features twice the torpedo tubes and twice the weapon load over preceding classes of nuclear attack subs, with better sensors and much better quieting than other submarines. All of this superlative performance came at tremendous cost, however, and only 3 of the classes were ever built, with SSN-23 becoming the special projects boat. Okay, so really, like, there's only 3 of these ships in existence. And one of them was like a special boat. So we're going to be taking one of them out. Let's see whether we get the actual Seawolf class. That's it. We've got the Seawolf class. USS Seawolf SSN-21. So we've not just got variant 2. We've got the variant. Do you still remember the Submariner from last time? The Submariner? You might pop in. Who knows? After this campaign, only 2. Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. Right then. Let's have a look. So then. Cool. Let's rock and roll with this one. What's the most recent sub made? I don't even know our most recent submarine. I think ours is the Astute in the Royal Navy. I'm not sure about the Yanks. Right then. Cleared my glasses. We're going to skip all the newspapers. Basically, the Russians are supplying the Chinese with ships and equipment, and the Chinese are attacking both Taiwan, or specifically Hong Kong, and the Spratly Islands to secure some oil fields. So we need to make sure that we stop them as best we can. So the USS Seawolf SSN-21 docked in Guam. It's the 18th of September 2000, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. From the Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet, we have a top-secret mission. Intelligence estimates indicate that enemy commandos will land from submarine in the vicinity of Subic Bay within the next week. You are ordered to intercept and eliminate them before they land. Locate and sink the enemy submarines transporting the Chinese commandos. So we've got to go to Subic Bay and engage. In terms of our weapons outfit, we are taking 20 Mark 48 advanced capability torpedoes. They're very fast, very powerful ADCAP torpedoes. 4 mobile submarine simulators, 8 Harpoon missiles, 8 Tomahawk anti-ship missiles, and 8 Tomahawk land attack missiles. So a massive weapons outfit. We've got 20 decoys, which is great. What we're going to do is we're going to load various bits of equipment into the various different tubes. We're going to get 4 torpedo tubes, 2 harpoons loaded, 2 decoys, and then we'll go from there. Nicely done. Right, cast off. We're going to the Subic Bay, wherever that is. Down here. Like the Philippines, so we're going to have to hook up and around. Going through the Philippine Sea at the moment. You can kind of see sort of the contours of depth. We're in very deep water here. It gets kind of shallow around the islands. And then we'll come back down here. A little bit shallower around here. We just got to make sure we intercept whatever submarines are coming this way. Oh, Maritime Patrol aircraft's gone right over. Where is that submarine? Hopefully they'll be spotted. There they are. Going to intercept. Intercepted. Don't know whether that's our target, but it's certainly a submarine contact. Okay. USS Seawolf SSN-21 in the vicinity of the South China Sea. It is the 20th of September at 8 o'clock in the morning. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 098. Designate Sierra 1. EXO reports that our depth is at 600 feet, heading 198. Speed is 20 knots. Local conditions are overcast with a gentle breeze, and there is a weak surface ducting thermal layer at 108 feet below the surface. What are your orders, sir? My orders are to run all hands to battle stations and rig ship for silent running. It's only just begun. This one's only just begun, Ketchup Sorcerer. So now we're running down to silent running. Ambient noise is 81 decibels. Total water depth is 1900 feet. Start checking for signatures. Sierra 1 and 2 have both appeared on passive sonar. Let's begin identification of Sierra 1. Let's see if we can find a Chinese submarine signature that matches that of what we are hunting. Nope. Potentially civilian shipping.
Designated Sierra 3.
Yeah. I think there's a civilian variant of that ship, so Sierra 2 and Sierra 3. Sierra 2 and Sierra 3 are likely our targets. Not far off. We've got a Kilo improved submersible submarine, a Russian supplied one.
Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Sierra 4. Let's go back through the submarine signatures. Not quite. A Ming SS.
Con sonar.
Fantastic.
Sierra 4 is classified as submerged submarine.
Sierra 2. Let's check that. Chances are could be civilian shipping. Unusual to have. Yeah, I would wager this is civilian or biologic. Yeah, civilian. Mark.
Con sonar. Sierra.
So the Kong Sha,
classified as merchant.
as it is reported here, is like a transport vessel. It might not be Chinese, but it also might be, so we need to be mindful of that. But the targets here are the submarines, marked as both the Kilo improved and the Ming class submarine. Now, estimated depths of our targets are at the 350 feet mark and the 400 foot mark, so quite shallow, all things considered. Very good chance that we haven't been detected just yet. There's a very good chance the Ming is our target. Dive, take us down to 800 feet.
Make depth 800 feet, dive I.
Right. Down we go. Solutions are improving.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much there, Cunning Stunt 88, 6 months. Thank you very much for the 6 months of support. Cheers, man. Very, very kind of you, sir. Cheers, man. And thank you. We're transiting down towards 700 feet now. Let's see how this goes. An engagement with these two should be relatively low stress, but we'll see. The Ming is out of contact with us. The Kilo is not. In fact, we're actually quite close to being detected by the Kilo, so we may need to engage them at a relatively sharp pace here. Test depth of our submarine is 1600 feet. Let's really stretch our legs. Dive, take us down 1200 feet.
1200 feet, dive I.
Fantastic. We're going to go right down if we can. Really get a lot deeper than they're expecting. Brilliant. Okay. So far, so good. Right then. So we're in the baffles of the Kong Sha. If that is in fact what it is. I'm pretty sure it is, but we will find out very, very soon. The signature of the target, or the solution of the Kong Sha, is 64% and climbing. So it's not good, but it's not bad either. Okay, of the improved Kilo, we are still not quite detecting it yet. We will see what's going on shortly. At the minute we are stalking these submarines, waiting for our opportunity to strike. We are weapons free on these guys, obviously. The war is on. The war under the water is on. There's probably an entire war going on the roof, on the surface, a bombing campaign by the Americans, and various, defensive garrisons and so forth trying to stop the Chinese from advancing on those territories. But they can only really move their equipment by ship, really, at this point in the campaign. They could do some stuff by airdrop, but generally speaking it would need to be supported by some sort of naval campaign. And that is what our job is stopping. We are here to halt the Chinese naval campaign in this part of the world so that we can stop them from invading. Okay. Waiting for the solutions to improve, but it doesn't look like I'm getting anywhere. Dive. Let's change our... Sorry, maneuvering. Let's change our heading. Helm, come right, bearing 255.
Come right to 255. Helm, aye.
Let's change our course here in an attempt to try and improve our TMA, or target motion analysis, by changing our bearing, or our course, in relation to where the sonar thinks the hostile contacts are. We are able to extrapolate or triangulate a position based on how our course changes affect the position of the sonar signature. So if we turn to the right and the signature is manipulated by that in some way, we're able to extrapolate a movement or some kind of course correction from the hostile submarine.
Dive at 1200 feet. Dive aye.
Is this warm waters? That it might be. Although I imagine down at 1200 feet it's pretty nippy. God, look how far away you are from the... Look at that. Look how far away you are from the surface. If anything went wrong down here, yeah, bad times. Very bad times. Nice. Finally back in the sea, that would be it. Are the dials flashing yet? Not quite yet, Van here.
Con, helm.
It's not a helicopter.
Course.
No flashing dials here. Okay, by going so deep, we've slowed the rate at which the Kilo improved sonar can detect us. The water, or the sound down here, because of how cold it is, drops off quite quickly, or sinks quite quickly, which means we're not giving off much noise to people up in the shallows, which is great. With regards to engaging, though, we're still not much closer. Solutions aren't really improving, so I may have to force an engagement here by going active, at which point, it's game faces. I think we're going to begin by going active. We may choose to go evasive as and when we see fit, but I think it will be prudent that we do so now rather than later. So what I am going to do is ready the ship for active sonar, which will reveal our position, and then we will engage as soon as the knife fight begins, because it looks like our passive sonar isn't able to accurately triangulate the position of these two submarines. So let us rig ship for active sonar.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
See if we get a return. There we go, we got a return. Fire tube 1, or shoot tube 1, bearing 219, range to enable 4,900 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 1. Firing point procedures, bearing 190, range to enable 5,900 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 5.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
Fantastic. Weapons are coming in. Recess into passive search. I'm going to stay down here and we're going to stay deep. They are screening me on active sonar. They should be able to see us. We're going to go back to active, just so we don't lose them. Right. These guys are both well above me, so we're going to set both torpedoes to search higher than they are, and then we'll go from there. Their torpedoes are running very quickly. Let's activate ours and get them to run out to the targets at top speed. The only problem is this civilian classified Kong Sha is going to get in the crosshairs here. Targets are now speeding up. We shall do the same. Move to ahead 15 knots, please.
15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Helm, bring us left bearing 205.
205. Helm aye.
Dive, take us down to 1600 feet.
Make depth 1600 feet. Dive aye.
Take us down to test depth. We want to try and come underneath their screening torpedoes. Sonar has a lock. They have adjusted the course of their weapons to engage me.
Noisemaker bearing 220.
220I. Set both weapons. Set both weapons to run at continuous depth.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Lost the wire, aye. Reload Mark 48, tube 5.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
200 bits from Ramen there. Have you thought about doing ASMR with that sultry voice of yours? You know, some people have said, why don't I do ASMR with that sultry voice of mine? Rip Weapon 5. Reload tube 1, Mark 48. There we go, we're locked on.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Passive search, aye. Helm. Come right bearing 249.
Come right to 249. Helm aye.
We'll find out exactly how bad this is in a moment. Ooh. They're still steering that weapon onto me. Helm.
Come left to 1.
Change course, come
Helm
left.
aye. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 218.
They still have control over this weapon. Right.
Con, torpedo room. Come right
Come
to
straight to it, all ahead flank.
Make turns for 35 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We're going to try and get underneath it before it has chance to dive.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 189.
This one's coming deep. That's a Chinese submarine. Well, yep, those weapons are going high. These ones are going low.
Lost contact. Sierra.
Helm, come right, 287.
287. Helm aye. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 213. Con helm.
This one's
steady
going
course.
circular up to the surface. Okay. Circular search is a bit of a
Con
problem
sonar,
for me.
Noisemaker bearing 186.
Produce a knuckle for me,
Con
please,
sonar,
manoeuvring.
lost contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle formed. They are steering it through my countermeasures. This is the one from the Ming.
Con, torpedo room.
Drop a decoy. Okay. So far, so good. Everything's going as expected. There's a torpedo circling around overhead, not sure which one it is. We're just going to have to try and run out as far as we can here. Going to acquire us again. That's fine. Still getting screened.
Con maneuvering, making turns.
Can't hear them dropping
5
any more
knots.
noisemakers, which is likely the case that... Let's see here. Did this kilo been hit once? And only once. So potentially this is still being serviced by that hostile torpedo. Or by our torpedo. We're not far enough away from this other torpedo. Not just yet. There's the bandit. It's closing in on our rear. Let's get a knuckle formed.
Knuckle formed.
We've confused the sonar head on that torpedo. Give me 10 degrees left rudder. Turn away from this guy. Not much I can do to stop him. Drop a decoy. Get him to start turning in. Helm, come right,
Come
bearing
right to
348.
348. Helm aye.
Turn away from the target. So far, not too bad. Nice.
Con, helm, steady course.
Let's see here. There's the hostile weapon. Get me a knuckle formed.
Con, knuckle formed.
There we go. Sonar head confused. Helm, give me 30 degrees right rudder. I'd say we're far enough from this circular search. Once we are in a better position, we will come up and over this torpedo. We will activate a knuckle and turn in on it while rapidly changing depth in the positive. So, let's get it right behind us. And then we shall perform a knuckle maneuver. Stand by. It's going to be jarring, but this is how you beat them. Perform a knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Turn in on the target. Bring our depth up
Passing
rapidly.
1,600 feet.
Give me full rise on planes, full ballast control.
Passing 1,500 feet.
1,500 feet.
Passing 1,400
The weapon has
feet.
detected us. That's
Passing
fine.
1,300 feet.
Now full drop.
Passing 1,200 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 1,200 feet.
Passing 1,200 feet. There's a bit of an art to this.
Passing
It's been a while.
1,300 feet.
1,300 feet, aye.
Passing 1,400 feet.
1,400 feet. It's coming down to us.
Passing 1,500 feet.
That's fine. We're going to go underneath it.
Passing 1,600 feet.
I know test depth. Right. Then we come and hold this current course, or we turn away from the weapon. We'll get ready to drop a decoy on him as soon as he comes in. Turn away from him.
Passing 1,600 feet.
1,600 feet, aye. Drop a decoy, and then up we go.
Passing 1,500 feet. Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
We're changing
Passing
depth
1,200
quite
feet.
aggressively. Only it looks like these very
Passing
fast
1,100 feet.
torpedoes are
Passing 1,000 feet.
tracking us quite well.
Passing 900 feet.
It's going to struggle to...
Passing 800 feet.
Yeah, it's going to struggle to
Passing 700
catch
feet.
us here.
Passing 600 feet.
600 feet, don't broach.
Knuckle formed.
Turning in
sonar,
on the
we
weapon.
are cavitating.
Cavitating's fine. Give me just
Passing
planes.
300 feet. Passing 200 feet.
200 feet, aye. There we go. Don't broach.
Passing 100 feet.
100 feet.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing, 1, 2, 2.
122. Whereabouts is it? That's this weapon. This weapon's detected us. This weapon's running up here to the surface. So we've now got
Con,
away from that
sonar,
weapon,
Torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water,
but
bearing,
these two
1,
snapshots have
7,
found us.
6.
Looks like the Ming still has us in his crosshair. So we're going to need to try and break contact with him as best we can. Let's see how we do
Con,
here.
helm, steady course.
Looks like our torpedo didn't find the Ming. I'm guessing this guy got hit twice, yeah. Okay, so our torpedo was a dud. Hit that guy twice. So that leaves us where the Ming
Con,
is.
sonar, switching
Switch to active search. Let's see if we can't find him. Where are they both? There's one bandit. I can still hear its active sonar screen. Okay, right. Right, dump and dive.
Fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Passing 100 feet.
Weapon countermeasure homing.
Passing 200 feet. Passing 300 feet.
300 feet, aye.
Passing 400 feet.
Con sonar, no longer
Turn
cavitating.
into the weapon.
Passing 600 feet.
600 feet, aye.
Passing 700 feet.
700 feet, aye.
Passing 800 feet.
It's diving down with us.
Passing 900 feet.
Hold current depth.
Passing 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, aye.
Passing 1,100 feet.
1,100 feet, aye. Take us down further. Is this one going to come down for us?
Passing 1,200 feet.
One torpedo just went up. Okay, take the bubble off the boat.
Passing 1,300 feet.
1,300 feet. Total decoys remaining 16.
Passing 1,400 feet.
Trying to run away from the target here. Bad decision, Q. I doubt it can control the Ming. The Kilo 2 sent to the surface while the Ming sent too deep. You escaped from the deep ones, but the surface ones are biting you now. Yeah. Yeah, these are the surface ones that the Ming sent. Oh no, these are the Kilos. Couldn't quite get away from them. That's fine though. It's not the end of the world. We'll just keep running these out.
Con, knuckle
Knuckle
formed.
formed. Confuse the sonar head. Yeah, once I'm far enough away from this circular search torpedo, this is one of the Ming's torpedoes, Chinese one. Once I'm far enough away, I'll do that. I'll come back up to the surface. But only once I'm happy. 35 knots is a decent crank. There's the weapon. Just there. Okay. I'm going to leave it till the last possible moment and then change depth just so that I'm sure I'm far enough away from this guy. Been driven off by such a wide spread of torpedoes. Okay. Pings are getting closer together. Gotta wait till the last possible moment, otherwise the sonar head will just reacquire me. We're just barely faster than it, or just barely slower, sorry. So we're making a good old pace against it. Jesus. Maybe, yep. Come on, Q, we believe in you. Can you play the Russian Popper class? I think with mods you can. Just a few more seconds. Send it. Full bubble on the boat.
Con, knuckle formed.
Bring us up and away.
1,400 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
There we go.
Passing 1,200 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Slow us down to 10 knots.
Make
Take the bubble
turn
off the boat.
1,
Keep
0,
the turn on the rudder.
Maneuvering eye.
Slow us down to
sonar,
passive.
Switching to passive search.
Come left to 167 helm I.
Getting pinged on sonar. Get us up to 200 feet.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive I.
Come
Slow us
right.
down to 5 knots.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Where are we? There we are.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2.
Take us up
bearing
higher.
150
feet.
100 feet.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1.
Con helm. Steady course.
Kyongsha.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4. Bearing 156.
Ready, tube 1. Firing point procedures. Bearing
Con
152.
maneuvering. Making turns for
Range to
5
enable
knots.
3,600 yards. Ship ready, tube ready. Shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Keep the weapon passively homing. Hello, Crazy Legs. Okay. So what is a formed knuckle? That's a very good question there. Who said that? I read it and I instantly lost it. Gaming Russian, that's it. So a knuckle is what happens. It's basically, in layman's terms, it's water turbulence created by the propeller. If you thrash it backwards and backwards and forwards sort of quickly, you create this sort of vacuum, this pocket of air that can be used to confuse a sonar head on an enemy torpedo. Make you think that it's right in front of it.
Con. Dive
Okay.
at 100 feet. Dive I.
Activate the weapon, adjust to the last known bearing of Sierra 4. Or the estimated bearing of Sierra 4. What is the target solution on the Ming? 44% and climbing. Target is making 9 knots. It's down at 500 feet. It's accelerating. We've got a high-speed ADCAP torpedo. You see how fast this thing goes? I know this doesn't look fast, but believe me, it is. This thing's making about 55 knots. This thing's a screaming demon. Let's get ourselves fully above the layer. Dive. Make depth 50 feet.
Make depth 50 feet. Dive I.
Nice. Up we come. Target is around by this kilo. Can you convert knots into kilometers an hour? No. Nice. No need for oxygen in this game? No. The Seawolf uses electrolyzation or electrolysis. I can't remember what it's called, to basically make infinite oxygen. Air is not something you need to worry about on a nuclear submarine.
Con. Dive at 50 feet. Dive I.
There's that Ming. Let's say hello. Take the torpedo down just enough to meet him. Just like so. There we go. Torpedo's now running at the same depth as our target. Let's set it to intercept. There we go. Torp too high, we got it. Nice. Yep, we know exactly where this target is. The Ming class. Look at this kite. Bit of a boat. This bit of a bastard. Let's see. Have a look at its outfit. U5 torpedoes.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
This first Chinese wire-guided torpedo, which incorporates much of the technology from the US Mark 46 in the forms of Otto fuel propulsion, terminal homing is passive/active guidance system with an estimated range of 1,600 yards. Those were those yellow torpedoes.
Sonar,
Ooh,
noisemaker,
there we go.
bearing,
Dumped a decoy.
159.
So it can only shoot those U-5 torpedoes, which isn't too bad.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired, aye. You can only
Con,
decoy
fire
so
control,
often.
Weapon countermeasure homing.
This guy doesn't go fast enough to create knuckles with his propeller, so he can't. Not that the AI does, but 17 knots isn't sufficient
Sonar,
enough.
Noisemaker, bearing,
But he is.
159.
He's making merry. I'm going to steer through his countermeasure using the wire just to close the distance. I'm going to mess up his torpedo
Fire
evasion.
control, weapon acquired.
We lost sight of him there. His solution has
Con,
disillusioned.
fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go. Let's switch it to active, just so we can reacquire him on active sonar. He should pop back into view very shortly. There he is. The sonar head on the torpedo is sending us data on the position of the hostile sub. Gonna have a very bad day. Our torpedoes around here.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 161.
See, by steering it through the countermeasure, we've really closed the distance for this torpedo.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm doing to you what you did to me, my friend. Steering the weapons to your target. There's the Mark 48 ADCAP torpedo. He's not going to be able to do anything, it's moving too fast. He can't maneuver. It's a done deal for him, I believe.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, bore, last bearing, 162. Contact breaking up.
Fantastic. Contact engaged and destroyed. Captain, we have no contacts and we're ready to leave the area. So no vessels nearby, no weapons, no aircraft, no flooding. Leave combat. 1 times Kilo and 1 times Ming engaged and sunk. We have 17 Mark 48 ADCAPs remaining. Let's radio it in. So that was our target. Excellent performance in locating and eliminating enemy submarines transporting Chinese commandos. Await additional orders. Newspaper report coming in. Let's have a look here. Oh, nice. 600 feet under. I've not seen that headline before. The Pentagon today revealed that several Chinese submarines attempted an incursion near Subic Bay in the Philippines and were either destroyed or driven off by the coordinated efforts of the US surface vessels, submarines and aircraft. Cooperation between US forces and those of allied nations was cited as pivotal to the successful outcome of this operation. The loss of so many vessels will certainly curtail the Chinese ability to project power in the region. Allied military installations continue to remain a high priority throughout the theatre, as the United States' ability to maintain control of the region is dependent on these bases. So, we've protected a base from being sabotaged by Chinese commandos. Now we're going after the supply line, it looks like. Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet sends us a top-secret mission. Tactical situation. Intelligence has discerned a pattern to movements of enemy at-sea replenishment tankers and tenders. A small enemy force, including 1 or 2 of these ships, is expected to sail from Shantou momentarily for a rendezvous somewhere in the Yellow Sea. You are ordered to find and sink this group. You may also get a chance at the enemy warships this group intends to support, but tenders and tankers are the mission target. Primary objective is to locate and sink the enemy resupply ships, so we're going after cargo ships, and to secondarily sink any warships they may have available. So we're going to go in and we're going to give them a hard time. Let's do it. Continue on course, we're going to the Yellow Sea. So the Yellow Sea is very, very far in the Lion's Den. We're going into the East China Sea first. Going to go via Okinawa into the Yellow Sea. We're going to hook up by South Korea, and then we're going to sneak up this way. There we go. We've been detected by maritime patrol aircraft, but that's not the end of the world. Somewhere in the Yellow Sea. We don't have to sink everything. Oh, there we go. That could be our target. Stand by. This could be our target. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 148, designated Sierra 1. XO reports our depth is at 150 feet, heading 044. Speed is 10 knots. Local conditions are scattered and calm. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's very bad conditions to be submarining. Rig ship for silent running.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
So we are in a bathtub, 266 feet. Very shallow water. Very bad ground to be fighting a submarine on. Let's see what's ahead of us. Sierra 1. Potential. This looks like civilian shipping. Let's see what this is. Got a trawler. Mark.
Sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Dive. Take us up to 50 feet.
Make depth 50 feet. Dive I.
And we'll see what's going on. Release ship from silent running. Reload tube 1. As there is clearly no close contacts to us. Helm, change course bearing 103.
Come right to 103. Helm I.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much there, Mr. Monotonal. Thank you very much for 2 months. Thank you.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 148, designated Sierra 2.
Bros, is it gay of the submarine's
Con sonar,
touch?
new contact
Yes.
bearing 137, designated Sierra 3.
South Korean coastline here.
Con sonar, new contact
Don't they just send out a boat to give us a
145, designated Sierra 4.
It looks like we've got some very hot water. Let's see what is going on here.
131, designated Sierra 5.
Lots of targets to be engaging. A Chengdu
Con
frigate.
sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Chengdu frigate.
Con. Dive.
This
at
looks like our
50 feet.
shipping
Dive
fleet,
I.
potentially.
Con. Torpedo room. Tube 1 ready.
Yes, this is it.
Con
An AOR.
sonar, Sierra 4
An
is
oil
classified
tanker.
as merchant.
And then Sierra 5. Oil
Con
tanker is the
sonar,
target.
Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
So the fucking here is the one we're after. Right. Estimated bearing on the fucking is bearing 145. Around here.
Con,
Upscope.
Helm, steady course.
There we go, very distant. Laser range find. That's our target. Downscope.
Downscope.
All stop.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering I.
Okay. We're going to fire now. Even though we're a very long way away from them, it should mean that their countermeasures land short. Let's do it. Let's ready 2 tubes. Passively homing. Or yeah, let's ready 2 tubes, passively homing, and then we'll go from there. Ready tubes 1 and tubes 5. Long range engagement. Something wrong on the fucking, that's right. Okay, slightly racist. Firing point procedures. Bearing 137. Range to enable 17,900 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Adjust bearing of weapon to 132. Firing point procedures. Bearing 142. Range to enable 12,200 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 5.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
Both weapons have cleared the tube and are running normally. We are going to activate these weapons so that they run at top speed. Just so they reach the targets faster. Maneuvering, give me back 2 knots.
Back emergency. Maneuvering aye.
The Fuching, is it? Is that how you pronounce it, Petra? No worries. Ah, okay, yes. What mod pack is it? We'll stand by. We've got some sort of manoeuvre coming in. This guy's running up to top speed here. Interesting. I find it unlikely that they would have heard our launch transient. Start spinning me around. Give me full left rudder. I want to do like a 3-point turn here where I reverse up here and then start going this way. Don't hit the curb, otherwise you fail the test. Right. We're firing these over a very large distance. These are running at, like you say, around 100 kilometers an hour underwater, so these things are screaming along. At least according to Google Translate. Wow, there we go. In Google we trust. Right. Okay, so far so good. What do we think? So far it's going okay. Both weapons are tracking nicely. So far no retaliatory fire from the targets, which is what we want. Turn the screws for 3 knots, please, maneuvering.
Back emergency. Maneuvering aye.
I'm going to be running side on, which is great. So far so good. Again, I'm hoping their retaliatory fire is going to land short of me. These torpedoes have 18 minutes of runtime left, so they're doing absolutely fine at the moment, which is great. What are those trawlers? This one is a... let's have a look. This one's a Chinese fishing vessel. And the other one is still not detected enough to be able to identify. Very nice. So far, so good. The very calm conditions of the water that we're in have made it easy to stay away, basically, from these guys. Because sometimes you spawn in and you're like where the torpedoes are now, and then like you have to knife fight with them, but thankfully RNGesus has been kind, and whatever retaliatory fire we get should be nice and shallow. I don't want to cavitate until I know that these ships are cavitating themselves. That way I should be able to stay hidden. So basically civilians, yeah. Sink them both, no witnesses. Yeah, it's true. The Fuching is our target, an oil replenishment ship. We will engage and sink that. Can't see the warships it was intended to support, so we've likely intercepted ahead of those. Let's adjust weapon 1 here. So just select, there we go, weapon 1. Just change the course of this guy. Weapon 5 is pretty much on target. I will make a subtle adjustment to it though. Just like so. Stand by. Oh, this weapon is now active. Okay, we'll set both of them to active. I must have accidentally set to active on this one. There's never any trawlers, only carriers, yeah. There we go. They're beginning their evasion. Master 2 is running up to 19 knots. Trying to get away. There's still plenty of juice in these torpedoes though. Right, start lining us up for direct front.
Maneuvering.
Bring us ahead 5 knots.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
This Chengdu is trying to rhino charge torpedo 1.
Con,
Master 2 is starting to run.
5 knots.
Interesting. Make ready. We're not going to be able to use our missiles here. Well, not really. We can
Con,
try
fire
to.
Control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired. Master
Con,
2
fire
is
control,
engaged.
Weapon acquired.
Master
Make
1.
turns for con sonar.
weapon
We are
1.
cavitating.
We're cavitating? Slow us down.
Make turns for con sonar. No longer cavitating.
There we go.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 139.
139i. That other Chengdu is starting its evasion.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
So far, so good. I just got to make sure I keep the wires so that we don't accidentally shoot the same target twice, like we did with the Kilo in the last mission. Here we go. These guys are having very bad days. Right. Leave Master 2 alone, Torpedo 1.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 138.
There we go. Much better.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Nice.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 131.
Leave the Master 2 guy alone. I bet you he gets locked onto
Con,
Master
fire
2.
control, weapon acquired.
Look, come over here. This is where it's at, right there. Oh, this guy's gonna have a bad day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a bad time to be on that frigate.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 139.
Oh yeah. Very bad day to be on that ship. All jammed up. Nice big crack right down the starboard side there. Very nice. Taking water on at the stern. Listing to starboard. He's going over. Like a boat in a bath. She's gone. That's a hell of a list. Jesus Christ. Should see the other one go up. Oh, there you go. Jesus, that made me jump, that did.
Last bearing 131.
Basically rolled onto its roof. Let's have a look at the other Chengdu. Nice big crack. This one more central. Right at midships. Water again overlapping on the stern. Down she goes. There we go, she's listing starboard. Listing. All the oil on fire. She hasn't found a neutral buoyancy. She's going. She's going. As the lower decks start to flood, she's going. This is a very light ship, man. A torpedo of that size hitting a ship like this. You can see the water running up that door there. Going closer and closer to the top of it every time. The last pockets of air being blurted out the side. A sort of neutral buoyancy has been achieved here, although it's ever so slightly, I think, still listing. I think she's starting to go down at the stern. Look at that. Yeah. She is starting to take on water at the stern, I think. I think she's starting to go down. That's like a real list, that is. Yeah, sort of a neutral buoyancy's been achieved there. Interesting. Right. The target that we're going after now, we're going to raise the radar mast for?
Raise the radar mast.
See where it is and what it is doing. It's trying to steam away. Now then, let's have a look at you. Show me. There he is. Now it looks like its missile guns are here and here. So if we send one right up its ass, we should give it a hard time. Harpoon missile right to the stern should do the job. Set it for a narrow search. Oh, we can go wide search. Doesn't matter. Right. Let's send a missile. This shouldn't get shot down. Let's do it. So, firing point procedures. Tube 7, range to enable, 21,000 yards, bearing 137. Ship ready, tube ready, shoot tube 7.
Shoot tube 7. Aye, sir.
There's the target.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Reload TASM, a TASM, please. Tomahawk anti-ship missile. That thing will have a bit more bark than this one. Right on target. There's that fishing trawler. It's probably watching the fireworks. Right on target. So far, so good. Right. Okay. Right, the guns are going to get to work here, starting to try and shoot it. I don't think it will do enough. Here comes the gunfire. Will they be able to stop it? It's going to turn any second. Has it missed? No, there you go.
Tube 5 ready.
There we go. Not quite big enough of a torpedo to bring it down in one go. But done damage. Ripped a nice big hole. Propellers jammed up and stopped. It may even burn out. Very nice. Let's see what happens to it. So it's all stop at the moment. Will it sink?
Con, torpedo room, tube 7 ready.
Tube 7I. So it is all stop at the moment. It's not going anywhere. I think it's totally fine. Well, it's not going anywhere. They've got the fire under control. Looks like the flooding's manageable. Right. Yeah, I've had a ship burn out on me before, yeah. But it looks like this one's sustained it. Right, let's send up the big boy. Get it locked in. Tomahawk anti-ship missile. Firing point procedures. Bearing 135. Range to enable 21,100 yards. Send another smaller boy? I could do. I'll send the big one though. Oh fuck it, yeah, you're right. I'll send the small guy. Tube 3. Firing point procedures 134. Range to enable 21,100 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Shoot tube 3.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
Again, right on target. Just speed up time. Lovely. Should lock on any second. Oh, they're actually back underway.
Con sonar lost contact. Master.
There
4,
we go.
Last bearing 134. Contact
There
breaking
you
up.
go. But yeah, we blew the top deck off. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's a bit too much damage. Oh yeah. That's a lot of tonnage making its way down. Jesus, only like 200 foot of water as well. Look at all that oil. Oil spilling out in every direction. Oh yeah. It's the Titanic, it really is. Oh, it's hit the bottom. It's hit the bottom. There we go. It's going to do a nice chin plant here. Yeah, it's hit the ocean floor. Should give you an idea of how shallow the water we're working in is. Over it goes. Nice. And
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
blue, like it was never there. Is this other ship then? Yeah, this other ship must, yeah, looks like it's achieved a neutral buoyancy. I'd hate to shoot more rounds to finish this guy off. He's out for the count. He's just floating on the surface. There'd be no saving that. The fire's going to rip it out to nothing. So we're going to make our escape. Now that's a lot of damage. Yep, that's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. That's the one. Leave combat. 2 Chengdus and 1 Fuqings. Times destroyed. We've got 15 ad caps and 8 harpoons, as well as the full assortment of other weapons. Good to hear you intercepted and destroyed the enemy replenishment resources. Good work. Further orders to be transmitted on this downlink. Fantastic. Right, let us continue. Give the salvage crews a nice hole to enter the ship through. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. 22nd of September 2000. Quiet seas. US warships and submarines have taken up several new strategic positions, including some around the Yellow Sea, in response to significantly reduced Chinese naval activity. Sources close to the Pentagon say that the war is taking a heavy toll on enemy naval operations and that their supply lines continue to be heavily strained. Recent NATO gains at sea have decreased the numbers of warships needed to maintain control in several regions. Many vessels from these regions have been rapidly reassigned to other duties within the region. Fantastic. So far, so good. Oh god, submarines. Okay, right then. Let's see what's going on here. Tactical situation. A wolf pack of enemy attack submarines has been operating in the Taiwan Strait between Taiwan and mainland China, where they have been pursuing an anti-shipping campaign aimed at the Taiwanese. You are therefore to transit to the Taiwan Strait and conduct a new anti-submarine warfare sweep of the area. Avoid civilian casualties. Cool, okay. So basically, we've got to go to the Taiwan Strait and perform ASW, which is interesting. Normally we're trying to avoid that role, but here we are conducting it. So we're going down this way. We're going to steam out of the sea here. We're going down to the Taiwan Strait. Whereabouts is the... I'm guessing this is the Taiwan Strait? Oh. Well, I've intercepted someone. USS Seawolf, SSN-21 in the vicinity of the Philippine Sea. Captain, we have a sonar contact bearing 093, designates Sierra 1. All hands to battle stations. Let's see who we're dealing with here. Chances are this will be a submarine.
Sonar new contact bearing 10.
1 and 2.
Sierra 2.
I'm not expecting civilian shipping out here, so this is definitely... Oh, looks like... Oh my god, no. Tell me it ain't. A Han SSN. Very modern.
Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
We're up against a very we're up against a Chinese nuclear submarine. Interesting. What's the second target? The second target looks like civilian shipping. Merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
We're up against a nuclear submarine, Chinese nuclear submarine. Very interesting. Okay, estimated depth is to be at the same level as us. Oh fuck, Jesus. Okay, I didn't mean to do that.
Con, fire control, unable to fire.
Okay, misfire then.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Well, let's get on him. Start
Con sonar,
banging away on the
proceed to
active.
active search.
Well, he's right there, supposedly. Right, cut the weapon
Con sonar,
and begin
Sierra
an
2
emergency
is
dive down to
classified as
1600 feet.
Make turns for 3-5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Reload tube 1, Mark 48. Jesus.
Passing 700 feet.
700 feet, aye.
Passing 800 feet.
800 feet, aye. Take us down to 1600.
Passing 900 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much there. Galizerade, thank you very much. A full year of forgetting to unsub. Keep up the awesome Q stream. Or streams Q, thank you very much. Awesome stuff. Nice. Hide behind the merchant. It's a valid tactic, to be fair. Hopefully our weapon will acquire him before he moves out of sonar range. This guy's moving at 25 knots. Not the fastest, but not the slowest. If we see a course correction from our torpedo, we'll know that we're on the money. Come on, change course. If it changes course, we've got him.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Tube 1I. Come on. Come on, change course. Come on. Come on, find him. Come on. The Americans have a retarded defense budget. Come on.
Feet, dive by.
Tell me that some work had to go into this sonar head, and I need it now. Yes.
Maneuvering.
There we go.
Making turns for
Target's been acquired.
3-5 knots.
Right, release the ship from active homing. There is this weapon. It is running shallow. We're going to hold our current course.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 014.
And it's going shallow. Fantastic. Right then. So what on earth is occurring with this guy? Let's see what's going on here. Let me see him. There we go. So a Chinese nuclear submarine. And a tab out. I thought I crashed the desktop there. So this weapon's tracking him. I have no input over its maneuverability. It is just running as it runs. The hostile submarine has these U-5 torpedoes that we were looking at before. So it's reasonably well equipped, but not the best. This guy's going to have a very hard time if this torpedo turns in on him. Oh yes. Where is he? There he is, looming in out of the fog of war. He's going to have to get his arse around very quickly if he wants to stop this guy. Oh dear. He might do it, he might do it. He might do it. Yep, think he's done it.
Noisemaker bearing 3-5.
He's going to slow down and then turn in on the torpedo. That's, there you go. Well evaded. So it's got to do a full rotation before it finds him again. And now he's turning back towards the torpedo to try and give himself as much time as possible. Fantastic maneuver. He's going to drop another decoy now to then try and bounce that torpedo away from him. The problem is he's got to do this for like 20 minutes. And he is going to make a mistake.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 3-5-7.
And here it is, in fact. A hole in his screening. Well, it was nice knowing him. He can't get the arse around now. He's gone. He's out. GG.
Con sonar lost contact.
Deleted him from
0-1,
existence.
Last bearing 3-5-2. Contact breaking up.
Fantastic. GG no re. Enjoy yourself down at 1900 feet. He only has a test depth of 700 feet, so this guy's going to... Well, he's not going to crush like an acorn. Not that an acorn would crush. Good stuff. Right then, let us... Oh, we got weapons nearby, obviously. Have a look here. There's that weapon behind us. We're just going to speed up time. God, if you speed up time, it looks like the propeller isn't spinning. That's quite funny. Right. Still too close. Hopefully there's not another ship that I'm like blissfully unaware of. That was quite a big catch. Pass the time by finding a whale to kill. If we find a whale, we'll kill a whale. There we go. That's good enough. Leave combat. 1 times hand engaged and destroyed. Excellent results, but this was not your mission. Oh, we got ourselves a medal for sinking that one. The Secretary of the Net, some 07s in chat, or some cube salutes. The Secretary of the Navy expresses his heartfelt congratulations and takes great pleasure in awarding the Bronze Star Medal to Commander Quebec, commanding officer of the USS Seawolf, SSN 21. Commander Quebec is cited for extraordinary heroism in action against enemies of the United States of America on the 22nd of September 2000. His unwavering resolve and sacrificing devotion, there's a reason I don't read speeches, to duty in the face of death are worthy of the highest emulation. Ugh, yeah. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Good stuff. It was a pleasure serving with you. Right. There we go. Right, okay, brilliant. So, funny. Right, okay. Right, let's quickly get back to the Taiwan Strait. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Right. Oh. No, another contact. Aboos. Nice. Cool. So, Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 324. Designates Sierra 1. XO reports our depth is at 600 feet. Speed is 342 knots. Speed is 20. Sorry, heading is 342 knots. Yeah, I don't think it would. That's quite fast. Our speed is 20 knots. Heading is 342. Let's have a look at rig ship for silent running, and then go from here.
Passing 600 feet.
Nice. This man can't read on... Sorry, can't read... Shut up. Right. What's going on around here then? Let's see.
Sonar, new contact
Sierra
bearing
1, almost
0,
definitely a...
0,
There's loads of
4,
submarines in the
designated
water.
Sierra 1.
Right. Let's see here. What's going on with this fella? Merchant ship, Mark.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Bring us up to PD, please, Dive. I want to have a look around.
Make depth 4 feet. Dive by.
83 decibels, ambient noise. If there is anything, we should find it soon. Ooh, stretchy arms. Just watched Bomber, the last Bomber Crew stream to end, and came over to wish you all a good night. No worries, Rufflestump. Thank you very much, and you have a good evening too, sir. Fantastic. It would only be worth it, Mojo, if it had Initial D playing. Yeah.
Con
Right.
sonar, new contact bearing 330. Designated Sierra
Fuck me.
2.
How far away is that? Oh my god! Are you sure, sonar? Are you sure? Right, let's have a look. See what we got. Definitely a warship of... Might even be a sub. Definitely something in this bracket. Quite an unusual signature, to be honest. What is that? Is that? Oh, it's a blue whale.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as biologic.
Are there any contacts? I don't know. How can we detect a blue whale all the way out there? I'm going to raise the radar mast and see what's around. Whale spotted. Time to hunt. Oh, God. Whale engage. No. Jesus, chat. You're really into submarines, aren't you? I don't mind submarines, yeah. Mega shark. Right.
Raise the radar mast.
See what's about. We just broached a little bit. Literally nothing above the waves. Let's check below.
Lower the radar mast.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
Oh, we got a return. Take us down to 200 feet, please dive.
Make depth 200 feet. Dive by.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
It's a hostile blue whale. Let's go below the layer and try and use that again. Whaling near Japan? Coincidence? I think not. Possibly not. Nice. Your mom is calling. Right, fantastic. Let's go about servicing this other target. I might go active sonar again, and then see
Con sonar, switching
about
to active
firing a
search.
retaliatory fire on the line of sonar ping. Just a snapshot. Just there.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Put the ship back into...
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Then we just run this out like this, and then see what it finds. Before I go, have I ever encountered a typhoon in the wild? I haven't. Fought plenty of Oscars, which are near typhoon level, but not quite. Merchant probably doesn't even know it got pinged, yeah. Yeah, that merchant vessel won't have any sonar there, Zeno.
Dive at
Or Xenos.
200 feet. Dive by.
A Deathwing Terminator told me that the Xenos were uncounting, but you are quite clearly Xenos number 266, so I don't know who to believe. Yvek is whale hunting, even though he says he isn't. Yes. Yep, that was a Q Bjorn. Caught one in the wild. This will be my last mission. I'm going to call that an evening there. I'm going to pass you on to Jaina, or whoever is streaming at the moment, because Jaina has finally got her Nintendo Switch working. She's doing a bit of Breath of the Wild. But I'm going to pass you on to the lovely Miss Jaina after this. Stop making me on! How would I rate this game? Out of 5 stars, I would give it 4. It's good. It's got some solid gameplay and solid content. Drop that. But, and here is the kicker, you have to enjoy really slow-paced games. It's quite good to stream because obviously you're able to narrate in the downtime and tell people what's going on, or hatch your next plan. But I don't play it very often anymore, just because of the fact that it's quite slow. It is very slow. But I do like it. The FBI and the CIA has confirmed that the whale has developed weapons of mass destruction and needs to be taken down. Well, who's to argue with Shadow Killer's rendition of a top-secret message from 2 secret services? I mean, you know, it's got to be legit, right? Shadow Killer 4444 has told me that, you know, he's been contacted, so, you know, who are we to deny the will of the intelligence services? I've been playing Signal Simulator all freaking day and got 0 interesting signals, really. Whales of major depths. I like that. Whales of mass destruction works too. That sounds like a band for some reason, for large people. I don't know. Right. No sign of anything on sonar. We're going to bang away again. See if we get any returns. Steer the weapon as need be. See if we can force a return. Speak to me. Fuck all.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Switch this to active.
Con sonar, launch transmit.
There
from
we
0
go. Right, we are in, like, what? Not very deep water? Let's begin a slow descent. Change course.
Come left to
Begin a
276
reasonable
Helm
descent
I.
down to about 1,000 feet, give or take. I've been playing a puzzle game for the last 2 hours. I got a headache. Good thing you streamed so I can calm down. No worries,
Con
Hundra.
sonar lost contact.
The blue whale has
Sierra
opened
2,
fire.
last
Whale
bearing
shot a
3,
torp. He
2,
pretty much
8.
did, yeah.
Contact faded. Con sonar
Oh,
regained contact.
yeah.
Legitimately might be the whale.
Passing 400 feet.
Con, helm, steady course.
Brilliant. Sierra 3, finally. And who might you be, sir? Might you be the guy that we're shooting at?
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 3, 2, 1.
Now, who are you?
Con sonar
Passing 500 feet.
It's one of these fucking,
Con,
what is it?
fire
It's a
control,
Romeo.
weapon
Just a normal Russian Romeo class vessel. Very nice. Oh, cool.
Passing 600 feet.
Con
600
sonar
feet, aye.
noisemaker bearing
Passing 700 feet.
700 feet. That weapon's going active, well short of us. And it's staying up near the surface. That's an interesting looking weapon. What is that? I've not seen one like that.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing.
What's that
3,
Romeo
2,
shooting?
3.
What weapons does this
Passing
Romeo have?
800 feet.
Show me the Romeo. Well, I'll find the Romeo myself. No, U1 torpedoes. Interesting. Steam-powered. Good God. Steam-powered dual-purpose torpedo with passive acoustic guidance. The range on the homing system is about 880 yards. Okay, well that is a fart of a torpedo. Steam-driven, eh? The age of steam. Brilliant.
Passing 900 feet.
Right.
Come left to 2,
Reload.
7 Helm
Hold
I.
current depth. And let's accelerate out of here.
Make turns for 3, 5 knots. Maneuvering I. Come left to
There we go.
268 Helm I.
Brilliant. Nice. See if I can find the whale.
Making turns for 3, 5 knots.
Just don't want to get hit by that torpedo, so... We'll sign off by killing the whale. Brilliant. Nice.
Con sonar switching.
Slow us down.
Make
Active
turns
sonar.
for 5 knots.
Turn
Maneuvering
this
I.
way. There it is.
Come right
Target
to
acquired.
3, 2, 6
Dispatch
Helm I.
torpedo. Shoot to 1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Activate the weapon.
Helm, steady course.
Where is that whale? There it is. Not bad. Going out for him. He's gonna have a bad day. Here we go. Not bad. Not quite where he says he is. He might be a bit further up. He's probably like up here somewhere.
Con, fire control, weapon
Oof.
acquired.
Might be going for the wreck. You going for the wreck or are you going shallow? The wreck's down at the bottom. It's going high.
Make
What's
turns
it, who's he going
for?
for?
5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Who are you tracking? Is this the whale? Hello? It is. Target acquired. A blue whale. Now, again,
Con, fire control, unable to fire.
for anybody who's not familiar with this game, there's a little bit of a secret about whales in this game. They're tiny. This may have the appearance of being this absolutely enormous, because we know how big a blue whale should be in the ocean, but it's like a slug. It's tiny right there. You'll see the torpedo as it comes in. Here it comes. You'll see the size of the whale, and you'll think, Jesus, it's miles away. We'll actually be right on top of it any second. Oh, it's so good. Where is he? There he is. And you think to yourself, Jesus, he's still like miles away. You know how big these are? It's meowing. Oh, I think so anyway. Here we go. I'll try and hit escape just before it hits. Look at it! That's a blue whale. It's not even the size of a boat. It's... Oh, look at it! It's tiny! What's this? Look at this! Fantastic. Oh, God. Right, let's, its demise approaches. Oh. Oof. Look at this. Look at the size of it. What a horrible way. Yeah. Not even trying to perform evasive maneuvers. Yep. It's a very bad day to be a whale. And
Con sonar lost contact.
Atomized.
2, last bearing 351.
Nothing but a
Contact
stain
stated.
on the surface of the water. Fantastic.
Con sonar switching to
There we go.
passive search.
Well, I hope we've sated your bloodlust, chat. Yes, I feel terrible having done it, but what can I do? What can I do? So yeah, thank you everybody for chilling out today. Well, a Mark 48 is 6 meters long, so maybe a young blue whale at 18 meters, potentially Salem. I'm a monster, I know. Blame chat, blame the regulars in chat. They have this problem with killing whales. I must facilitate it. I am but a humble streamer. Right then, so that is it from me. I shall see you all very soon. Thank you very much. I'm going to be away for Tuesday night and Wednesday night, so you won't see me then, as per the stream schedule below. But I should be back Thursday evening after work to play some games. Hopefully it'll be LA Noire, but we'll see close to the time. Might even be Deathwing, because I really enjoyed that. You're an enabler? Very possibly. So yes, that's it from me. Hopefully you've all had a nice time, and I should hope to see you again soon. Thanks very much for tuning in, folks, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.